Brace yourself. Last week was the bait. Some took it, but now everything collapses without warning. Last week felt strange, didn't it? Like the air was too still, your thoughts too quiet, and time was stretching like it was waiting for something. That wasn't peace. It was tension disguised as calm. And now, it's all about to come down at once. Trust me, you will be hit by this. Nobody is escaping it. The moon is behind it all, and you are in the direct path. But here's the thing. It's possible that you are one of the few people who are especially sensitive to lunar energy this week, and you might not even realize it yet. There are specific signs to look out for. I'll go over them later, so stay with me. Because this week is already affecting you more than you think. But that's not even the part you should be worried about. Because in just a moment, the moon gets too close for comfort. This is not your usual new moon. This is a super new moon, blacked out and way too close for comfort. In just a few days, on April 27th, the moon comes dangerously close to Earth. This isn't a metaphor, this is literal. It hits perigee, the closest it can physically get to us. And right then, total darkness, a new moon blackout. It's like someone cut the lights while standing 3 inches from your face. You can't see it, but you can feel it. When this happens, your body knows it before your mind does. People start acting off, emotionally out of sync. Conversations go sideways. Something pulls at you from below the surface, and you won't even know why. If you wake up that day with the sense that you left Earth overnight, you're not alone. Dreams will get weird, unexplainably real, like they're bleeding into your waking thoughts. And if you've been holding in something, an emotion, a decision, a truth, this moon might just drag it out of you, even if you're not ready. This isn't about fear. It's about being awake to what's shifting. Because by the time we reach April 29th, the illusion phase begins. And that's when things get strange. Don't fall for it. Not everyone's attention is a blessing. Today's sky isn't just dramatic, it's competitive. The moon, Venus, and Saturn have aligned in a tight, high-tension cluster. And that kind of cosmic traffic jam is never neutral. Each one brings a different demand. Venus wants to be loved. Saturn wants control. The moon wants emotional clarity. But together, they create a kind of psychic static that's hard to tune out. You might feel pulled in totally opposite directions today, torn between wanting to soften and connect and feeling the pressure to hold it all together. There's this strange, creeping desire to appear unbothered and in control, even if deep down, you're unraveling a little. This energy breeds weird social tension. You could find yourself seeking approval from people who don't even matter to you. You might suddenly want to impress, to be chosen, to be seen, but it doesn't feel real. That's because it's not. It's an illusion created by this planetary standoff. Beauty, control, and vulnerability are at war, and you're caught in the crossfire. This is what we're calling the ego illusion trap. It's when the need to be validated overrides your actual needs. Watch out for passive-aggressive comments, comparisons, feeling like you're falling behind, or craving someone's attention who's done nothing to earn yours. That's this alignment playing with your sense of worth. Today, it's easy to feel like you're supposed to be someone you're not, like you're being subtly pushed to perform some version of yourself to keep peace or earn love. Resist it. The most powerful move you can make under this sky is to not react. The universe speaks loudest through silence and sideways glances. April 26 brings something rare. The moon in direct conjunction with Mercury, the cosmic messenger. This is not about loud signs or dramatic shifts. It's quiet, precise, strange. This is the kind of day where messages slip into your mind when you're brushing your teeth or scrolling without thinking. You might catch a phrase in someone else's conversation that feels directed at you, even if it wasn't. You might think of someone you haven't in years, then they suddenly appear in some unexpected way. This is how Mercury speaks when it's filtered through the moon, not with logic, but with echoes and symbols. Pay attention to what crosses your path when your mind is quiet. That's not coincidence, it's contact. This is the perfect moment to ask your subconscious something and see what answers come, not from other people, but from within. Trust the weird timing. Trust the chills. Trust the moment when a memory hits for no reason. This is psychic mail delivered straight to your inner inbox. Be careful, though. Not every thought is a truth. Some of them are decoys meant to test your focus. The moon has a way of dramatizing what Mercury is trying to say. You'll need to feel through the noise to get to the signal. This isn't a romantic pause. It's a soul audit. April 29th delivers a sharp, icy silence to the heart, and it's not accidental. Venus, the planet of connection and pleasure, stands toe-to-toe with Saturn, the gatekeeper of time, limits, and responsibility. It's a rare conjunction, and it doesn't care how warm or sweet your intentions are. Saturn doesn't do romance, Saturn does truth, and when it touches Venus, you'll feel it. Expect cold energy around relationships. People might pull back, some might go quiet. You might feel suddenly unsure about someone, or feel like they're suddenly unsure about you. Emotions aren't gone, they're just locked in a waiting room. It's not personal, but it feels personal. This isn't rejection. It's evaluation. The universe is scanning every connection in your life and asking one question. Does this serve your soul path, or is it a distraction? Under this alignment, shallow bonds fall off fast. The people who stay through this are the ones meant for long-term chapters. Not every bond passes this test, and not every connection should. The friction you feel right now is Saturn's way of saving you from investing in the wrong thing. Some of you might even feel called to commit, but it won't feel romantic. It'll feel weighty, serious, real. That's how you know it's aligned. This is soulmate energy disguised as a reality check. So if something ends around this day, let it. You're not losing love, you're shedding fantasy. And if someone steps closer during this time, pay attention. That's not coincidence, that's contract. Not everything that feels true is real, and not everything real will feel true today. The day before the big Venus-Saturn conjunction, something even stranger brews in the sky. Venus, Saturn, and Neptune all drift into close approach. And when these three touch at once, reality begins to ripple. Venus is desire. Saturn is boundaries. Neptune is illusion. Together, they form what can only be described as a cosmic mirage, a triangle of confusion where fantasy, logic, and longing blur into one. This is the kind of day where your imagination feels louder than your logic. You might suddenly feel drawn to someone, convinced it's love, convinced it's fate, but it's not. It's projection. You might feel like an opportunity is exactly what you've been waiting for, but it's probably missing the fine print. This triangle doesn't lie outright, it just shows you the best version of things, whether it's true or not. This is the mirage test, and not everyone will pass it. Watch for daydreams that feel too cinematic, too perfect. If something seems just right, pause. If someone says exactly what you wanted to hear, pause again. This alignment tempts you with what you want most, just to see if you'll fall for the surface before checking the substance. But here's the secret. This energy isn't cruel. It's educational. It shows you what you're still yearning for, so you can understand it, not so you'll chase it blindly. That's the test. If you can sit with your desire without demanding it to be real, you'll gain clarity most people miss. You'll see past the fog, and what's left standing will be real. The moon doesn't just pull tides, it pulls truths. Remember earlier when I said you might be one of the moon-sensitive people and just didn't realize it? Here's how to tell. This week, with all the gravitational chaos, lunar closeness, and psychic weather, the veil between you and your deeper self is paper thin. And for some people, that veil isn't just thin, it's tearing open. The moon-sensitive ones are already feeling it. You'll notice them pausing mid-conversation, zoning out like they're hearing something no one else does. They're not disconnected, they're tuned in. These are the people who suddenly need to cancel plans, who retreat from crowds, or who can't explain why they feel off. They'll look tired, but not in a drained way, in a recalibrating way, like they're receiving too many downloads at once. They'll crave solitude, dark rooms, long baths, or just silence. They'll talk less, feel more, and probably have no clue why. Some of them will be hit with flashes of insight. Some will feel energy in their hands for the first time. Some might randomly start crying while watching a commercial and think they're just being emotional, but they're not. They're cracking open. This week exposes the empaths, the feelers, the intuitives in disguise. So if that's you, don't dismiss it. This is your system showing you what you've always been capable of. And if it's someone around you, give them space. They're mid-upgrade. Some of you aren't dreaming. You're remembering. Around the 27th, the moon doesn't just come close, it dives in. Pair that with Mercury's influence over thoughts, memory, and communication, and you get something rare. Dream bleed. Many people will report the same thing this week, waking up exhausted, shaken, or weirdly emotional without knowing why. Others will feel like they dreamed of something that already happened, or something that hasn't happened yet, but will. It's the kind of energy that makes you wake up and check your phone for a message that doesn't exist, or replay a conversation you never actually had, at least not in this timeline. This isn't just dream activity, it's timeline interference, where memories, emotions, and fragments from alternate versions of you start bleeding through the cracks. If you've been waking up with phrases in your head, names you don't know, or a song playing on loop, don't ignore it. These aren't random dreams, they're echoes. Your subconscious is excavating old files, some from this life, some not. And in some cases, people will have dreams so vivid, so emotionally specific, that they can't be fiction. If that happens, write it down. Track your dreams this week. Don't look for logic, look for patterns. If one theme keeps circling back, it's not just noise. It's your psyche pushing something into the light. Pay extra attention to anything that makes you feel like you've lived it before. These loops are openings, and they won't stay open for long. You're not stuck. You're being reformed. This week has pressure written all over it. It's not that quiet, it's loud beneath the surface. You feel scattered, overloaded, like your thoughts are clawing to break free. It's not chaos without reason. The moon is at perigee. Venus is entangled with Saturn. Mercury's whispering strange truths in your sleep. And it's all pushing one thing: transformation. What you're feeling isn't failure. It's the squeeze before the shift. This is the cocoon, stretching, cracking, shaking from the inside out. Motivation fades, focus slips. You zone out, scroll endlessly, or question everything, and it's all part of the reset. Because real breakthroughs don't show up as fireworks. They come disguised as burnout, confusion, emotional fog. You're not broken, you're clearing space. Old stories are unraveling. Thought patterns are collapsing. So if this week feels intense, heavy, or unexplainable, good. That means it's working. Because next week, the shift begins, and you won't be the same. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.